Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you how to assign variables from if or switch blocks in PowerShell. So as I said, in this video you will learn how to assign values to variables directly from if and switch blocks. This works because PowerShell treats these constructs as expression that returns output. And what is the key idea? We can do it because if and switch don't just control flow in PowerShell, they also return values to the pipeline, and we can do something that I will show you in a second. But first of all, let's create a variable, for example number, that we will use in our if condition. So number will be 10, and now we can assign the if condition to a variable. So we will do, for example, result equals, and now we can, after the equal sign, we can do the if statement. If, for example, this number will be greater than 0, we will print that this number is positive. Else, we will print just that this number is non-positive, like this. Now we can close that, and now we have this variable result that stores the output of our if statement. Of course, this number 10 is greater than 0, so we should have positive right there. And I will press enter. As you can see, we have positive. I can change it. For example, number equals -10. And now I can do it again. And now I can print the result. I will get non-positive. So this is how it works. Because without the assignment, we will just get the output in the console. So if, for example, true, we will print hello. Because this works always. The true is always true, so we can print it like this. As you can see, we are only getting the output right here. But if we will if we will set this output to the variable, so if true, print hello, we are not getting the output in the console, but we are getting the output to the variable, and now we can print it, and this is how it works. We can do the same thing with the switch statement. So let's say I will clear that, and let's create the status, for example, for 404. This is the, I think, error status. It doesn't really matter. We will use it only in the switch statement as an example. So again, we can write this result variable. Now we can use the switch statement, and now we can use the switch statement in terms of value status, and inside of this brackets, I mean braces, we can do, so for example, if we will do status 200, that means it is okay, of course. And if the status would be 404, we will just do, for example, not found, like this. And now we can do the default one, of course, which will be, for example, unknown, like this, and we can close that. We can close that again, and now, as you can see, we don't have an output in our comment, in our console, because the result is in the variable. As you can see, it is unknown in that case. It is unknown because I made a spelling mistake right there, so it has to be stay. So as you can see, the default one is working because I made a spelling mistake right there. So now we can again run it, and now we can print it. Now we will get the not found output, and we can change the status to 200, and we can run it again, and we will get okay. So everything is working fine. But of course, if we will do something like this, so we will remove this result from the beginning, we will get the output directly in a console. So this is the same as in the if statement. And now one more example maybe. we will do with the multiple matches. So let's say that our result will have something like this. So switch in terms of, for example, value 3, and this 3 value will have multiple matches right there. So it will have A and it will have B. Of course, it is also working, so we will get both of the values right there. As you can see, A and B. If you want only one value, I showed how you to do it in the basic switch statement video, but if you want just one value, you can just break it right now, right here, same as the loop, for example, and like this, and you will have only A. So this is how it works, and maybe we will use the calculation, the last example with the calculation. So let's use the value with the that equals to 10. We will use again the result variable, and if, for example, value is greater than 5, we will multiply this value by 2. In the other case, we will just print the value. So this is how it works. And now, the value is 10. 10 is of course greater than 10, so we should have the output 20 in our variable result. As you can see, it is working fine. If I will change it, for example, if I will change this value to 3, and I will do it again, we will get the value 3 in the result variable. So this is how it works. This is how you can use this is how you can assign variables from if or switch blocks in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.